Before we can move forward, I believe that you and His Grace have some business to conduct. Your Grace?
Duncan, I have been very, very, very proud to have the relationship that we have had. And when you became a squire, it was something for me personally that I love to share the ability to grow within the society and to provide some level of leadership. But you have certainly, for a very long time, been of a level and of a capability that is certainly a peer. And as such, you've served me very, very well as a squire, but it's now time for you to have that choice to move on and to serve their majesties and those whom you would serve. And so at this point, I'd ask for the return of my belt. Thanks. I also understand that you want to continue to pursue your goal in the fighting realm, and as such, you want to continue to be a student. And if that is your wish, I will continue to play the role of teacher, and as the Duke of our household, be your patron and your growth in that area as you continue on your quest.
Before we call the order, we're going to hear from a few people. I'm sorry, my voice is going. If Aaron and Zach would like to come join, and Eleanor, just getting in. I was not forgetting what.
Please make yourselves comfortable and determined.
And if you'd like to hand the banner off. Exactly. Yes, please face those who are
Is there a companion of the Order of Chivalry that will speak for this man?
Your Majesties, I am very, very thrilled to speak on behalf of the Order of the Chivalry for this man. When I first met Duncan, he exhibited all of the knightly virtues right out of the gate. But probably the one that I would highlight here in front of this noble company is generosity. His ability to give and give and give and give with a humbleness that I think should be the envy of all is something that I think exhibits the traits that any good knight would want to exhibit. And this gentleman is certainly a peer. I recommend him to you highly.
Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel to speak for Duncan?
There is, Your Majesty. I'm Catherine Stanhope, Duchess of the East and Mistress of the Laurel, and I would speak for Baron Duncan. Duncan's skills with arts and sciences are considerable. Woodworking, metalworking, making all this equestrian equipment that we use a lot of the time, benches for gardens, that sort of thing. But one of the things I most wish to know is why this man can wear white around horses and not get dirty. Right there. Duncan, as I said to you earlier, there isn't anything I can tell you about being a peer, because you have it all, you are it all, and you always have been. You are an exemplary example of what we should all be. And thank you, Your Majesties, for doing this today.
Thank you.
Is there a companion of the Order of Defense that will speak for this man?
Yes, Your Majesties. I am Antonio Petrasso, your Master of Defense. As a Master of Defense, I choose to speak to community. And I am particularly honored to speak for Duncan as as an equestrian, for this is an activity that, as His Highness noted, faces enormous challenges of logistics and expense. And we have seen it thrive in this kingdom. I believe today at this event we will have 27 horses. That is a testament not only to his service, but to his commitment to a community of riders within your kingdom, and your kingdom is stronger for it. I heartily commend him to you.
Thank you. Is there a Lady of the Rose to speak for Duncan?
That would be my honor, Your Majesties, if I may.
Yay!
I have long thought about what quality in Baron Duncan I would like to speak about, and I honestly can't come up with one. There are so many. So, and then I thought about it a little longer, and I realized that I really don't need to say much of anything, because, Your Excellency, there is none here that does not know of your generosity, your kindness, your talents, and your courtesy. So I will just relay a little bitty story, and then I'll be on my way. But so many years ago, there was a little frantic duchess working in a kitchen, and there was this bag of these lovely little thinly sliced potatoes from the New World in these lovely little bags, and they got crushed. And her Grace was distraught. Don't ask her why, she doesn't know. Without skipping a beat, in his quiet, kind heart, all he could think was to make her happy. So he said, "But Your Grace, that just means there's more to go around." That has stuck with me since our second camping event. And there is none on this planet that is more worthy. He is one of the kindest men. He is a peer, and not only is he a peer, Your Majesty, he is by far one of the very best of us. I recommend him. Yes.
Is there a companion of the Order of the Pelican that will speak for this man?
Yes, Your Majesty, I claim that right. Today I have the privilege of speaking of over 20 years of service by Baron Duncan. It's interesting, when I spoke to him in his vigil today, it was clear he was rather surprised by being nominated for this accolade. I think he's one of the few people who might have been surprised by that. Service to the society comes in many forms. Some of them very public, but some of them very quiet. Some of those people who work tirelessly behind the scenes, whether it's making thrones for the royalty, tons of equestrian activities, supporting crazy projects by his friends that take an inordinate amount of time. That is Baron Duncan. Would I say he is my peer? I say he's been my peer for many years. When I think of young people in society and says, how can you serve the kingdom? And I can honestly say, emulate Baron Duncan. He quietly does what needs to be done. He is not the one who seeks to be at the forefront, but his impact is as great as anybody else in this society. So today, I highly recommend that you convey him the order of the help.
So Duncan, we've heard these words. Before we call the order, I'm sorry that my voice is going and you can't hear me in the back there. I'm trying. We almost didn't have the equestrian championship at this event. And it is absolutely a testament to you and what you do for the community that you love so much, that you wrote to us a message, and it was well thought out. It presented every argument exactly the way a person needs to hear it. You in no way made it an us versus them thing. You approached the crown the way the crown needs to be approached. And you did so to serve both the East and this community that you are such a big part of. And I wanted to say that here in court because I think it is important that those here assembled know that you did this, and you did it so amazingly well. I wish I had that kind of grace and courtesy. I'm done taking the moment now. Thank you for that.
Their Majesties would invite into their court their Order of the Pelican.